Hello, my name's Neptune and I'm the Inner Tutor. So I thought I'd just share a little bit about myself and what the intentions are for the service that I am offering to you and your child or teen, whatever age they happen to be. So just a little bit about myself and my background. I have 20 years teaching experience. And 14 of those years I ended up specialising teaching children with emotional and behavioural issues. A lot of those children were on the high end of the spectrum. ADHD, oppositional defiant disorder, street kids, and some other mental health concerns. And it was a pretty intense job, but I loved it. I loved working with these children, but it did take its toll on my well-being. Not so much with the children. I mean, that was hardcore, but there was the pressures from the system and from the management within the school. So I retired early to heal myself and set myself on a sort of a long-term path of healing. And a part of that has involved me spending the past 10 years living a gypsy lifestyle, travelling around Australia until I've landed here in Avoca Beach, and only recently. And it's now time to begin a new chapter. And I have been, wanting to bring to life the gifts that I have to share through teaching for quite a while, but I just knew going back into the mainstream, back into the school system, into the mainstream, it was not going to suit me. I'm quite an out-of-the-box thinker and person, very creative, and I no longer desire to sort of fit myself into that box that's required for, to teach in a school, an accredited school, and so on. And so I've thought about, well, what can I offer that's unique, that comes from, the strengths that I have as a teacher? And I have, particularly through the job of teaching the children at the school for emotionally and behaviourally challenged children, I had this amazing gift for being able to just help a child to find their sense of inner peace. I'd have kids come to me who, even with a particular IQ, and after a certain amount of time, sometimes their IQs even went up, which is something that is not particularly, it's not expected, or it's not a normal thing to happen. So, my premise was always the child comes first, their inner world comes first. So, first we build trust, and then we work to, just, it takes time, but, to find that space of peace within. And then from that, once we find that stability, then we can start moving more prolifically forwards with academic progress. And that's when it'd just be sort of a slow start, and then once that child is feeling safe, secure, and at peace, then the acceleration can happen. So specifically with this service that I am offering to you, I first of all, I make the activities which are going to help your child, your teen, find that inner peace their priority. So if, our session, if your child is in need of just, just to get out and about and to get away from the desk, then that's what we do. We'll go down and build sandcastles, go for a bushwalk, whatever it takes, talk, whatever it is that's going to help the child to find inner peace. So then academics come afterwards. And so as far as the academic work that I'm happy to help your child with. Either I'm happy to work with projects and assignments which are coming from the school, but the aim is to help your child sort of find their own voice with these, to really, rather than sort of be restricted by, what's expected of them, to allow them to, to express themselves and what it is they want to share, obviously within the parameters of the assignment that's being given. Or we can also work on their own self-generated projects, which I think is wonderful, to start building up that sense of, what do I want to do in the world? How do I want to share myself and express myself? And so the method is a little bit Montessori-esque, where, the child, it's just child-based. It's, the student is following their own interests and their own desires, and I'm facilitating that, and supporting and helping to make it happen, and, catching also, just subtly seeing, what strengths there are, and, helping to allow the seed, the seeds, the little shoots from that seed which are starting to blossom through, to allow, to feed them and nurture those strengths and bring them to the surface. So I suppose that will probably be enough of an explanation for now. This is just intended to be an introductory video. So hi, Neptune Rainbow Dreamer is my name, and I am the Inner Tutor, and my job is to help your child, your teen, meet their own inner tutor. It's within each one of us. The tutor within, we teach ourselves. And I'm here to be that guide.